Driver San Francisco is a Ubisoft-developed storyline driving game released in 2011 that left a mark on many people in the years to come, including myself. The combination of core driving mechanics, the compact but rich story, and the shift mechanic all contributed to selling 14 million copies in its lifetime. Driver San Francisco follows a detective, John Tanner, as he is involved in a collision that leaves him in a coma. This is where most of the story takes place and explains how he can shift from car to car. However, did the 6th installment in the Driver series fall short of what it could have been? Today, we will be finding out what went wrong with Driver San Francisco. Firstly, let's begin with what was amazing about the game. Being Driver San Francisco, this was mostly everything. As the digital fix said, it isn't always executed perfectly, but it's a whole heap of fun and deserves some credit for being genuinely different. Driver SF also received an 8 out of 10 from IGN and an 80% from Metacritic. These reviews bore consumers, and many of them, with Ubisoft coming out themselves and announcing in its fall 2011 quarterly financial report that sales of Driver SF had exceeded their targets. The multiplayer really showed off what Driver SF could do and broke the boundaries of past racing games by not only using wheel-to-wheel racing, but police chases and various other game modes, not to mention the loose car physics that left you sliding everywhere. The game won the Best Driving Game of E3 2010 award from Ripten and also received a nomination from Kotaku. During E3 2011, it also received the Best Racing Game award from Machinima Inc. Driver SF was loved by many, so where did it go wrong? But with every silver lining, there must be a cloud, and Driver SF's was the lack of content. Driver SF's story was fascinating and detailed, however at times it felt like they spent more time on other aspects of the game over it. For an average player, it would take around 9 hours before the story was fully complete. On the other hand, in Grand Theft Auto 5, a game released only 2 years later, it would take around 31. While there were side missions and challenges in Driver SF, these were short and not plentiful. When I revisited the game a few weeks ago, it took around 17 hours to 100% everything, including all cars, garages, and challenges. There's only so much you can do in free roam, and while the police chases are fun on both ends, they get repetitive quickly. It seems Ubisoft knew this, as there is an option to replay the story while keeping all of your cars, garages, and the game's currency, willpower. Despite their efforts, they were losing players fast, and many copies of the game on disc were ending up in local second-hand game traders, such as CEX, where I picked up an Xbox 360 copy in 2014. This leads to the next issue for Driver SF, competition. Driver SF was released amongst a barrage of well-known driving games, such as Dirt 3, Need for Speed The Run, Test Drive Unlimited 2, Forza Motorsport 4, WRC 2, Shift 2 Unleashed, and F1 2011. This wasn't good for Ubisoft, as people would move away from Driver SF to play these games, most notably Test Drive Unlimited 2, a revolutionary new racing game set in Ibiza and Oahu, and Forza Motorsport 4, the undeniable best Forza Motorsport in the franchise. With barely anything new coming to Driver SF, these games held their players and were able to make sequels. Forza with 3 more motorsports and 1 more in development, and Test Drive Unlimited returning with the newly announced Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Ubisoft, however, only made 2 more driver games, Driver Renegade 3D and Driver Speedboat Paradise. These are not well known, as Renegade 3D was for the Nintendo 3DS exclusively, and Speedboat Paradise being a mobile game. Eventually in 2016, and after amassing over 14 million sales, Ubisoft removed it from digital storefronts. They did this quietly, with many people taking to forums and websites such as Reddit to ask what had happened. Many people believe that this is because of music or car licensing deals expiring. But sadly, as of now, it hasn't returned anywhere for sale, and the only way to purchase the game is through second-hand game shops or by purchasing a key off of websites such as G2A. This comes with a problem. In 2019, Nick Robinson uploaded a video titled "The Best Game Ubisoft Won't Let You Play," and as of now it nearly has 5 million views. This brought a resurgence in people's interest in the game, and therefore more people want to buy it. But with the game no longer on Steam or Uplay, players have to go to online storefronts who sell keys, like the aforementioned G2A. Unfortunately, these websites have been taking advantage of the situation and raising prices up to £80. In Nick's video, he created a petition to get Driver SF back onto Steam and Uplay. However, 120,000 signatures later, Ubisoft haven't even said anything on the topic. I'll leave a link to the petition below, and I encourage you to take some time out of your day to sign it. At the end of the day, Driver San Francisco truly is one of a kind. It has some of the most unique features I've ever seen in a driving game, and deserved more than 5 years on Steam. Thank you for watching. Please check that you're subscribed, and I urge you to sign the petition below to get Driver San Francisco back onto Steam and Uplay, so many more people can enjoy the beauty of this game.